Well, I had another food delivery, and it's another black lady this time. She was a mature person like myself. I kept her a little too long. I was doing my best. Please, there are many black people here that I'm on good terms with, and they tend to be uh, not rich. They kind of understand the struggle I'm going through. I want to maintain good relations with them because I try to keep my reporting fair, just like I've done in my comments, my empiricism on race and other all sorts of other sexuality and stuff like that. So I got to be consistent, and I didn't want to reject her right off the bat because it was another black lady bringing out. First thing I asked her is about whether the food was sealed or she says it's all cans. I think I've already peeked in there, and on top maybe the conversation kind of ran over long because I was trying to warn her because she's probably could be my age, and she's not yet sick from the frankenfood. So I was just trying to give her a warning. We were talking about food, and I tell her, she said it's canned. I said, well, that's all I've been doing is eating out of cans, except for maybe the cheese that's coming in plastic packaging, and I'm getting at least the cheddar. I think there's something in lactic. There's something to it that I've. So what I'm going to do right now, because and it's even got the little ribbon on the gifts kind of thing, is the second question, or actually the first question was, uh, did somebody else ask you to bring that bag to me, or did you prepare it? Apparently they prepared it. And let me see if I can do this smoothly, because I just set it down and haven't picked it up, because one thing, I don't really want to get any dirt on my pants and stuff. I try to do minimum. Let's see if it's got any. It's got a little bit underneath it, but not too much. Uh, it's not. Please don't forget that we had a little bit of mist, and they do irrigate the. And kind of reminds me of Christmas, and yeah, that's what I thought I saw when I first said it. Look, kind of took a little peek. Is see what a lot of what makes me sick from this is that, and actually I've gotten to where is it's got a lot of garlic and sodium compounds that, yeah, last time I tried it I was really starving, and it had been in one of them gimme, the homeless gimme bags. So right off the bat, the first item right off the top, Vienna sausage original. I guess I'll try to save that, especially because it's got, it keeps the dirt off. I'll try to save it, but please, I explained to her about how the good people of, even though I told them of Pflugerville, if y'all don't really, actually, I made a mistake in speaking the other day. I said that this channel started off to talk about, to try to get Christians to correct their behavior on dumping tons of food and stuff that it won't fit me, can't eat, and so on. It was labor. Now, actually, I should be thanking you, because all that forced labor has made me stronger. And this will be another one that so let's take this out. Yeah. See, right now I'm doing my rehab. Left-handed, broken. Okay. I think those are all probably in Bachelor cans. They're easy to open. I'm going to set that right on top of it. No, I shouldn't have any more contact with the Starbucks package, which is. There's that another one. What is this? So that's 7. I really just can't. let's look at the formula here. Sausage, mechanically separated chicken, water, salt, corn syrup. It's that salt. It's the right off the salt. We have to would mean indicated sodium chloride. That's kind of contains 2% or less of beef. Contains 2% or less of beef, pork. So after the chicken, they put in dextrose, natural flavors, sodium nitrite, good if you're having a heart attack. Large amount of garlic powder, which you don't really notice with all the salt and the other broth, chicken broth. And there's the Spanish Simple Conagra. They're the major frankenfood producer. They don't mention any kind of soy or whatever, but it seems, it looks so okay. The dextrose, all that stuff looks natural. Flavors could be a problem there, but all I know is the last time I ate one of these, yep, I just barely made it to the toilet the next morning. And here we go. Yeah, my left arm's getting to work out here, but I need to have an arm that'll hold the camera steady. And it's in Bachelor. She's trying to adhere to one of my majors, like, don't give me a can without a can opener. Cut green beans, and it should be just calcium chloride. Well, the preservative will be calcium chloride. It preserves the color and the firmness, so it doesn't come out looking pale green. It's showing like what a frozen would look like, or should be just took a pretty good dent there. And I was telling her, so she's all canned. I was talking about, I told her I used to work for the federal government. It's not that difficult to penetrate a can where you can't see it and put something in it. Oh, I got a gnat on my face, sorry. So it has green beans, water, and salt, HEB. That's actually the first thing I've come across that I could eat. Green beans, water, and salt, but the definition of salt is sodium chloride, the chloride of sodium, which human beings absolutely need both of those elements. Yep, that's salvageable. I'll put that in the save deal. Okay. Fruit cocktail, no, I'm afraid this is going to be probably heavy corn syrup. Yeah, well, it says in pear juice from concentrate. This means it's going to have a lot of malic acid. Non-BPA lining. She's trying hard. This lady tried really hard on. And that's the... Is that the Bosch or the bar? Anyway. Let's get right down to it. Something conscious. Okay, where's the rest of it? I'm sorry. That is my... And I've been having a lot of muscle fatigue. And okay. Sorry, I'm waiting for it to... Diced peaches. Diced peaches. Oh, yeah, fruit. Diced pears, water, grapes. Water's in there. Peach pulp and juice. So in other words, leftover trash that's been saved, but edible. Pineapple sectors. That would be sections. This looks like it was maybe produced in Mexico. Uh, Pineapple sometimes it's hot. I generally don't eat it because uh, sometimes it results in not just cannon butt, but green, bile, hypermotility, pear juice concentrate, have cherries, artificially colored with red with carmine. It's, I think, not carmine like the name. I think it's carmine. Ascorbutic acid is what, and that's all coming from China now. There's almost no ascorbic acid production in this country. Vitamin C to protect color, and I'm betting that due to the misspelling, can lining produced without the intentional addition of BPA. That's a legal. It'd be so little pineapple in it, I might be able to tolerate a little bit. But where was this actually? Where's the country of manufacture? Hell Country Fair. That's HEB, which is one of the most reliable. And it's not saying, okay, because of that one misspelling, I'm assuming distributed by HEB. It's not telling me country of origin. It's supposed to be on the bottom if it's or something like that. If it's on the top, I may have to look. GSEB is the best of September 1st, 2020. It's out of date. Okay. It looks like this was probably selected from the food pantry available. There's more. So far, we have one can that's, I didn't even check that for date. Let me check the date. Yeah, when it's out of date, sure, it might be good for another 20 years if it ain't got a ding in it, but let me check the green beans. Oh, yeah. Dented, etc. HEB pulls them pretty quick. Best Buy 2026. And that's actually a perfect way to kind of cover it, but Yep. So far, out of 4 or 5 pounds of food, less than 1 pound acceptable. And probably not at all chunky beef with country vegetables. Campbell's soup that eats like a EPA, like an EPA toxic fund waste, site. 15 grams protein per can. Country vegetables probably means they're going to up the protein with soy or something. Camden, New Jersey. Yeah, of course it's going to say that. That's what they used to actually do. That's why Camden. Actually, my great-great-grandfather fought the battles of Camden and Saratoga. The ingredients from corn and soy in this product come from genetically modified crops. For information about GMO ingredients, visit what'sinmyfood.com. Gee, would that be industry funded? Would that be a commodity, the truth that's a commodity that's bought and sold every day? I told you about that. Yeah, you got your truth, I got mine, and I'm a lot more skilled at determining the truth. Okay, water, carrots, potatoes, seasoned beef broth, modified cornstarch, that's a GMO product, and then it comes to modified beef broth, salt, modified Modified. They're thickening the beef broth with cornstarch, sodium phosphate, spice. What is that spice? Garlic or whatever. Tomatoes inflammatory. Tomato puree, inflammatory, contains 2% or less modified food starch. Celery, peas. That celery may actually be celery seed, which is toxic. Celery itself is not too bad, but high in sodium. Not that I'm watching sodium. Peas, green beans, wheat flour, salt, flavoring, soy sauce, super toxic, usually because of and it covers up the flavor of rotting. See, they sell a lot of rotting vegetables to soup makers and shit. There are videos on YouTube that'll catch you up to date on that. I already know that from, actually, like when you see tomatoes going to market, they're actually green baseballs. They ripen them with ethylene gas. So hydrolyzed wheat gluten, yeast extract, caramel color, beef extract, spice, beef tallow, sesame seed oil, ain't too bad. Glutamic acid, that's actually good for treatment of cancer, but yeah, really, there's not enough there for me to go. Xanthan gum, garlic extract. What kind of, it's sweet. Soy lecithin, that's a emulsifier. Onion extract contains wheat and soy, so not unless I was absolutely starving to death and had taken Imodium AD to fight. There's enough in here to cause diarrhea if I'm not taking Imodium before it. So that's, the date. And the date is May 29th, 2022. It's only a year out of date. That goes in the trash pile. So far we got 8 pounds of food, including the cans. Only 1 can, the green beans, 1 can, the green beans I would eat. That I would even open and attempt to. Now here we go. There's a problem if this is not done right. It's full of lactic acid. Mount Olive mini stuffers hamburger dill chips made with sea salt. Oh shit! You got to vinegar them, folks. If you brine cucumbers, what y'all call a sour pickle is primarily from the lactic acid that forms when you make sauerkraut. That sourness isn't vinegar; it's lactic acid, which was the first thing that triggered my stomach cramps like 10 years ago. So like right off the bat, there's just almost no chance. Let's see if it even contains any cucumbers, water, vinegar, sea salt. So this may actually be calcium chloride, firming agent, I told you. Sodium benzoate is preservative. Natural flavors, polysorbate 80, and turmeric, for color. Oh, shit. Okay, next deal was the date. P.O. Box, Mount Olive, North Carolina. Corner of cucumber and vine. No high fructose corn syrup, no yellow number 5, but they use turmeric, which is as toxic as yellow number 5, or maybe more. Gluten-free, vegan. They're trying to sell it, but let's see where's the expiration date? Oh yeah, they're pickles with vinegar. They're supposed to last for years. But where's the freaking... Yeah, I know I'm into almost 20 minutes here. I don't care. I'm showing you how to analyze your food products. And there's absolutely no mark No visible. God, oh, there it is. Had my thumb on it. September 13th, 2023. So it's in date, even though it says it's made with sea salt. It appears to be because the vinegar goes before the sea salt. They're vinegared, not brined. They're acidified. They're using an acid instead of a basic. They're using an alkaline instead of a. They're using an acid instead of an alkaline. You get me? You catching the chemistry here? You get different reactions. Sour pickles. Oh gosh, I got a cousin that loved them, and I guess he didn't notice them because he usually always had the shits from his, chronic meth use on and beer drinking, his alcoholism. So I guess he didn't really. He's also used to the stomach cramping. Once again, what I get out of this is at least a bag to carry him to the trash. And there's that little piece of dirt. Please, one of my primary goals for the next 5 days is to remain spotless and stuff, so I can get into an Uber in case something goes wrong and I have to actually go to my bank to withdraw money or something. It'll be probably, at least 4 or 5 more days from today before I can do that. HEB pinto beans, frijoles, and this is probably non-BPA lining. That's nice. Beans with jalapenos and bacon. See, that's the jalapenos, the dill killer right there. There's no way I'm going to eat that shit. Of course, sometimes let's go over the prepared pinto beans, water, jalapeno peppers. That's coming in thirds and, volume. Water, vinegar, salt. So they're actually pickled jalapenos. 2% or less of bacon cured with water, salt, sugar, sodium phosphate, sodium erythorbate, sodium nitrite. I believe that they didn't have the sodium acetate in there. That's what a lot of salt, sodium. Vinegar. Vinegar and the onion powder, jalapeno flavor, maltodextrin from corn, GMO, cornstarch, modified, natural and artificial flavors. That just opens the door. And then soybean oil instead of manteca. You need to use lard and not put no goddamn jalapenos, especially. Yep. Let me remind you before I go here that jalapenos contain capsaicin, which is a cannabinoid neuroreceptor 1 antagonist. As I predicted, 26 something odd years ago, that someday capsaicin will be linked to neuromuscular diseases and other neurological disorders. It's one of the reasons that Bruce Willis took my picture May 5th, 2005 in downtown Austin on 6th Street in front of the Cotton Exchange building, also known as Cafe Paradise or whatever. And what's the expiration date on them? Yeah, I know, Ken. I'm not all about the date it's supposed to be sold by, but a good undented can like this that's free of any kind of rust and dust and shit like that can often sit on your, on your shelf for, 20 years in a fairly controlled environment if you keep the light and the heat and extreme cold from busting it. Where's the freaking got to have an expiration date on these things. I'm going to have to look at it in full view here. Tamaño de la porción. And this is from Hidalgo, Obispado, Monterrey, Nuevo León, México. Producto de los Estados Unidos de Americas, actually. Or they mean of Mexican Americans, but it's coming from Supermercados Internacionales H-E-B. H-E-B. Una vez abierto, mantenerse in refrigeration. After opening, refrigerate. Can lighting produced without the intentional addition of BPA. Is that that's what we would call a legal admission that there's BPA will be found inside this can. So, and what was the date? I'm still looking for the date, wasn't it? Stay focused, son. Top, there it is. It was just, well, when it's that weird plating, it's 2026. So I might try to save that for somebody else, but there is one little tiny little spot right there if you can't see it, or I could easily with a small tool without disturbing, puncture, run in a little microfine, and then actually that looks like rust on the seam. But yeah, that's what really one of the first things that kills it right off the bat is the jalapenos, hot peppers, except for I think the black and the white and the green ones. The peppercorns, as I recall, don't have capsaicin in them. They have another form of heat. If you want heat in your food, you better go to peppercorns, not chili peppers, not the... Okay, that's it. This review's over. Please remember when dealing with me that you're not talking to some kind of idiot like the idiots that hang out at Starbucks who think that they fucking know it all. And I'm not one of them thugs over here that often come in and trash up and plug up the toilet over here, just, eat and do whatever they want because, YOLO, baby. You only live once, just because you get sick, just go ahead and drink some of that Pepto-Bismol, Go out and drink all the beer and shit you want. Get a case of Cannon Butt and chug you down about a half a bottle of Pepto-Bismol in the morning. Gosh, that's about the equivalent of about 6 or 8 or more aspirin right there. Depends on the size bottle I'm talking about. Them little small bottles, you can drink the whole bottle. So, my name is Thomas Kent Kruger. I'm an extremely well-educated man. I'm still alive. I'm healthy. As you can tell, my vigor is not diminished, as they say in the Bible. Matter of fact, today, I noticed that my testosterone level is creeping up to where I don't like it. I was, was getting P-boned, from holding my urine for a long time. And was kind of afraid it was, just a little bit of a chub, a little bit of, and I kind of made sure that's one of the reasons I like long shirts is in case there's slight, no, it was kind of just in the beginning stage where it goes from, being a no-show to being a grower. And people will notice that little bump. I wear loose pants. I buy them oversized like this in order to have some space in there because I told you they're designed for gangsters and shit. Okay, we're almost at 30 minutes. I got to